AITA for being pissed. I got a Peloton for my birthday by you. Peloton throwaway. So I realize I already sound like a brat. This is the most expensive present I have ever received in my life, and I enjoy spin classes, but the backstory is what is important here. About a month ago, my significant other said he had spoken with my sister and came up with some ideas for my birthday, and would I like to hear them? I obviously said yes, and the first thing on the list was a Peloton. I have never had any interest in a Peloton. Peloton.
He's just butchering
There's
it
two
purposely.
There's two pronunciations, Andrea.
The right way and the wrong way.
It comes from the Latin word hate women. And as you can see by the spelling in my throwaway username, I can't even spell it right, let alone know anything about it. I said, no thanks, it's way too expensive, and I have no interest in it. I work out at work where I spin 2 to 4 times a week and watch YouTube spin videos.
Okay.
By the way, check out the AITA Podcast Clips YouTube channel. I have an hour lunch break and go to the gym.
That's in there.
Yeah, sick plug.
Then to make sure I actually get the workouts done. She does that during her lunch. That's nice. After providing that explanation, I follow up multiple times in the week saying, please, do not buy me a Peloton. If you ordered a Peloton, please cancel the Peloton order and return the Peloton. Today, the day before my birthday,
Peloton.
I walk down into the basement and there's the damn Peloton. I'm immediately pissed off. Ask why, when I said countless times I didn't want a Peloton, there one is in my basement, a Peloton. My fiance just stared at me blankly. He thought I would change my mind when I saw it. I maintain that I've told him 10 plus times that I don't want a Peloton. And why would he expect me to change my mind regarding the Peloton? We are not currently speaking because he's pissed. I'm not happy with the gift of a Peloton. AITA.
I hate you so much.
You're the worst person alive.
Am I? Or is it the guy who got her the Peloton?
I mean, you're always the asshole is like a rule in life, but I definitely think that her boyfriend is an asshole for sure.
I don't really get the boyfriend's motivation because she's clearly, I mean, he must be a real piece of shit. She's already spending 2 to 4 times a week.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
Okay, guys, I feel like I always go like this abuse route in my head, but honestly, the fact that she opened up the post with, I know this is going to make me sound like a brat. This is the most expensive present. I was like, I think this is a woman whose self-esteem has been beaten down, and he's pulling the whole like, how dare you not be grateful I spent all this money on you act.
I don't know.
This is
I'll push
classic
back on that.
gaslighty bullshit.
Thank you.
Well, it could be. It could be. I don't deny that, but I just also feel like a Peloton. I want to kill all the men.
With the Peloton.
Andrea, I said I would join you in the genocide. Now,
thank you.
A Peloton costs $2.5K. I looked it up recently.
Yeah, it's a very expensive.
So I think it could also be coming from, I know Sarah likes to play armchair psychologist, but I feel like, not that I don't, but
yeah, I was like, we both do that.
I feel like it comes from a classist place as well, you know, because it's being like, oh, I'm so sad that I got a $2,000 exercise.
Well, it could if you take that in a vacuum, but then the fact that she has told him explicitly in plain fucking English multiple times that she doesn't want this Peloton, and he gave it to her anyway, and then acted, it's Peloton?
No. God damn it, I'm gaslighting you now.
I confused you guys.
Emily, and then he acts surprised that she didn't want it, when she's like, I told you 10
you're right.
times.
That is insane.
That coupled with the opening is making me think, like, what is this man really doing in this relationship?
I never want exercise equipment as a gift. I don't even care how. I could be fat as fuck. I never want you to buy me exercise equipment.
Yep.
I never want you to buy me gym clothes. I never want you to buy me. Women are already being told constantly through like the media and the world that we're not good enough. I don't need my gift to be a self-improvement in the area of my looks. I already fight that battle on a daily basis. Fuck off.
Damn,
Give
Andrea,
me the
we
cash.
have to hang out more.
Give me the cash, you piece of shit.
Yep.
Oh my God. Or I'll get you fucking dick pills. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, I think a guy would be happy to get
I'll get you a subscription for a penis pumping Blue Chew.
I've always wondered, you know.
Or those like fake ads that you see on Pornhub that's like, grow your penis by 8 inches. Like, what if I got someone that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. 8 inches? That's 10 more than I have. Emily, what do you make of all this?
This is so much money, and if they said fiance, I'm assuming they're planning a wedding.
Yes, that's
the
true.
cost of their flowers. It seems really misguided. All of the weird bullshit of he's giving her exercise equipment aside, that's a big chunk of money.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to talk about that with someone you're going to get married to.
Very good point.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it's also like he weirdly ropes the sister into it in a way that I don't love. That it's like, well,
No,
your
why is
sister
she-
said. Like, what is
And
this?
you don't know if sister thought that she was fat the whole time and is now like, yeah, you're fat. Here's your bike.
I once had a boyfriend take me to a yoga class, and I was gaining weight. Again, I'm not condoning this behavior, but he took me to a yoga class, and he was like, you know, I just think it's really good for you to like focus on your health. And clearly he wanted me to lose weight. I would so prefer if you don't feel attracted to your partner because their body has changed a lot since you started dating. I think that's a very difficult conversation to have. But if you're going to marry someone, you should be able to have a conversation about this is something that happens. I'm not saying that like you can never make comments about anyone's body or looks ever. You do want to, you're sexual with them, but like just throwing $2,000 at a Peloton and calling her like an ungrateful bitch is not the move.
Well,
I didn't even get a sense that this was. Yeah, I would even almost be willing to say that this is like coming from a good idea because she already goes to spin class. So he's probably
That's
like, to me, this didn't read as like he's trying to totally fat shame her or get her to change. He was probably like, oh, she already likes spin. Let me get her a bike. And she's like, no, I don't want the bike. And he's like, women, you don't know what you want. I'm going to get it for you anyway. And then you'll realize.
It's also lazy. It's super lazy. Because she already said no to the gift. So come up with another gift.
Right. I mean, I will try to defend a little bit because there are times the oscillating decision making is a thing, but the fact that she reminded him like dozens of times is like there was clearly no doubt. This wasn't because sometimes my girlfriend will do like this, like I want to go, I'm not sure if we should go, should we go? I want to go, I don't want to go, and it's like what's going on, and then eventually I just have to like decide for her. But like this is clearly not that.
Did you ask her if she's on her period then, or
no, she's on the what's that called when they put the robot
IUD.
inside you? Yeah, the IUD.
Yeah. Danny, I'm going to throw you out the window. Okay.
The little robot that's like, sorry, no semen may enter. Blah, 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 blah. Stephen J. writes.
Exactly how it works.
Yes, I know how the vaginas work. NTA, we men complain about hints, and here you are literally saying, quote, don't buy me this. Seems cut and dry to me, emoji of a man throwing his arms up.
Yeah. You always say that. You know that it's a shrug. Like, you know that there's a concise
No, a shrug is when you put your shoulders up.
This is a shrug.
No.
Yes.
That's like a...
This is also a shrug. Anyway, Stephen J. for president.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nate S. writes, NTA, if it was just a bad gift, then you'd be the asshole for your response. But you specifically said you do not want this gift and your fiance got it anyway, implying he thinks he knows what you want better than you do. He sounds like a real dick. Emoji of Sarah mad at me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that was an emoji.
You know it's called the side-eye, Danny. Quit playing.
Oh, side-eye. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty cut and dry. You shouldn't get someone a gift that they repeatedly tell you not to get. And I think Emily pointed out something great that, like, I don't know if I'm ready to go as far as you guys with the, like, abusive narcissism, but, like,
I love that's how my voice sounds.
You're not necessarily wrong. I just don't know if I can leap that far, but I can definitely go into like, this is like a toxic thing to do.
We're not saying that that's definitely what happened.
Yeah.
We're just kind of wondering if this is also going on because I think everything that you read on Reddit, it's like these problems rarely ever occur in a vacuum. It's always like, my fiance and I have a great relationship. We get along so well, except he does this thing where he kind of chokes me almost until I die. And then, is that wrong? Am I overreacting? Like,
I woke up in the woods. Is that weird to wake up in the woods?
Yeah, it's like we don't know these people, but if a good friend of mine was like, my fiance keeps trying to buy me an exercise bike, I'd be like, all right, let's talk about the entire relationship.
Yeah, you have to kind of poke at like what else is possibly going on. And to us, it's like a blatant disregard of her desires.
Yeah.
And him trying to steamroll over them.
There's no way he's making her come. Let's be honest about that.
Top Reddit comment. Hey, there's nothing wrong with not being able to make a woman come. Disregardable writes.
I disagree.
Disregardable, this top Reddit comment writes, that's actually worse than thoughtless. It's intentionally disregarding your feelings. He may as well have gotten you something to put in his truck.
This guy would have a truck.
That's spot on.
Yeah.
Some people do believe that you should show appreciation regardless of how shitty the gift is. I'm not one of them. Yeah, I mean, this is like obstinate It's not even shitty. It's you know what I mean?
And there was a comment in the Facebook group that's like, oh, you're being a brat. You should be grateful for any gift. And listen, I think that if it was a friend, if it was your secret Santa, yes.
Yeah.
But this is your fiance. Like, if you can't
you're gonna get married.
Exactly.
This is your person you're theoretically choosing your whole life, and you've said how many times, I don't want this thing. And he's like, screw it, I'm going to do it anyways. Maybe that should come up in premarital counseling.
Exactly.
Might be a thing.
I'm with you.
It's almost the cousin of buying someone a vacuum. You know, it's not exactly, but it's
hilarious.
in that same area.
Wait, why? Dysons are expensive. I would like one.
I would love
a
vacuum.
vacuum. That's such a condescending. We've done an ATA about this, Sarah.
No, we didn't.
Yes, the guy. This is one of the classics. Maybe me and you didn't do it. Maybe it was me and it. The guy who got his wife. Him and the kids cleaned the house.
Yeah.
For the wife.
That's a completely different scenario.
Yeah.
You think getting a vacuum cleaner isn't similar?
Dude, hell yeah.
I completely agree with Andrea that's the cousin of this.
They're both in the same range in that they are like, here's a gift for you to do more work. You know what I mean?
For me.
Okay,
yeah,
that is
for
true.
my benefit.
Because I definitely bought my husband a vacuum, but it's
okay. That's where I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd be happy.
Well, if you
I
bought
got
it for
a
your
vacuum.
husband too, that's like subverting gender norms. I feel like that's a totally different thing.
Hell yeah,
He's probably like, give me a powerful
fair.
one.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the little ball sack of the bulls on the vacuum.
To be
That's
clear,
very
I would
fancy.
love to get a vacuum, but if I never mentioned it and they were like, and
That's
my
fair.
significant other was like, I bought you cleaning supplies and a
Right.
gym membership and hair dye and fake tits.
There we go.
There we go. Yes,
That's the
that
whole
is
family.
And
excellent.
we're moving to Stepford.
Yeah. And also, I'm slapping the food out of your hand.
Oh.
Emily, anything else to add?
It's just all kind of icky, and it just feels, I feel like the issue isn't even so much the stupid bike, the Peloton, as I'm going to call it for the rest of my life. It's more
The
some
Peloton.
huge communication thing that you should, it's not even like they're dating, they're getting married. This is a big, I don't know, you might want to address that thing here before you get, this year it's a bike, next year it's a 10-day cruise to Europe in the middle of the biggest moment of your career. I don't know.
And then the
Right,
next year
right.
it's a Farrah boobs.
Yeah, and a vacuum.
I think that boils it down nicely. This was inconsiderate.
Yeah.
It frankly was just kind of like rude and disrespectful.
Yep.
And also like with my girlfriend, like if I was going to get something like a Peloton, which takes up room, which
Yeah.
obviously is a New York thing, how like space conscious you are, but like that has to be cleared. I
Yeah.
can't just get a thing that takes up space.
Yeah.
I have to be a good boy.
Peloton is also a particularly, like, it falls into the same category of Equinox or like
Sure,
luxury fitness things.
Yes.
Which the type of people who participate in that, especially men who want women to participate in that, seems like they're looking for a particular type of woman. And this lady does not seem like she fits that mold. Do you know what I mean? It's
No,
like, I want you
not
to
at all.
be this, I don't know, this like fancy trophy wife-ish person.
Yeah.
She's like, I watch YouTube videos and I bike during my, she reads as a little bit more
She's
down
like
to earth.
DIY, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just plain practical.
Yeah.
Right. Also, just on like a practical standpoint, someone was like, well, why don't you just resell it? And it's not that easy because it's like, who's going to drop a couple $1,000s on an exercise bike that you also have to get a subscription service
it's
to every
terrible.
month?
And you
It's-
can't use it. You can't use it without the subscription.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
pretty
not
sure you
easy
can't.
to offload this to somebody else. Like, this
No.
was poor.
He should
choices.
go on the Peloton. She should make him go on the
Oh
Peloton.
my God, make him video blog it
Yeah.
every
There you
day.
go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we all agree. AITA for being pissed that I got a Peloton for my birthday, not the asshole, and he is.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.